Welcome to the Anil Show. Amber fans, let me keep reiterating that whatever is being done right here and however they're presenting Amber, I did not do it. I did not write these stories. I'm not the one that's making these things happen. They're happening on their own. Let's get into this because I think I want to ask Amber fans a question. When you see Amber, what do you want for Amber? Because I'm getting mixed signals from the chat. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
Charlotte has some great food.
Lamb chops is everything.
I don't know if y'all compete with Atlanta now, but it was good.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed it.
So Dave has walked her and he didn't even see her presence as he was walking. Oh boy. So now she upset about something else again. Anyways, she upset about something. What is it now? What is Amber upset about now? Well, I want to say Anthony act like a baby, but I'm telling y'all right off of the cuff, when the girl have the same tendencies them.
What's up? You good?
I'm good. Dave, why you say all that in there, huh? Why were you telling the lady all those good things about me? I mean, you don't even really know me like that. And although I appreciate it, it just seemed like a lot. It seemed like, I mean, did you mean it? Was it real?
Was it real? Perhaps, maybe. I mean, at this point in time, it's going to be real at this point because that's where he is at this point. It's always real. When Anthony was telling you the same things, when you just met him, it was real at that point in time. It may not be real now, not because something is not real back, no, doesn't mean it wasn't real in the past. But clearly you can see what's going on, right? Because I have been saying this to Amber fans that no, while the Dave character is great, y'all will have to understand she is still married. And part of me saying her is still married, it means that she still is bounded a little bit by she's still bounded by the marriage that she has had. She still have the marriage boundedness in there. Now also, she is also bounded with, one of the things I'm picking up from her, she's bounded with something that we talk about a lot, lack of confidence. And what's happening is that Amber is seeking to find confidence in men. Amber fans, if you really want to help her, that's what now y'all should be talking about. Amber is trying to find confidence in men, in someone else. Sometimes men do it too. Men try to find confidence in a woman. And while you're supposed to have your spouse or your significant other, and you should rest on them, and you should, trust in them as much as you possibly can, and they should trust in you as well too. You can't negate the point that you are still your own being. And so because you're your own being, you have to allow yourself to be able to manage on your own without the dependence of another. That's all I'm going to say with that.
I absolutely meant it. Yeah, I haven't known you for long, but maybe when I'm around you, my spirit says right. So I meant everything I said.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to successful men making me feel like I'm the prize.
Really?
I mean, not to talk about my husband, but he makes me feel like I should be grateful that he chose.
See what I'm talking about again? And listen to Amber's words. She's not used to successful men making her think she's the prize. I want to change that line. The line should be, I'm not used to men making me feel like I'm the prize. In other words, she's chasing successful men. Ladies, I'm not the one giving these lines. Look here, if y'all don't want me to talk about what's there, go ask the writers them to change the lines them so O'Neal can respond to whatever he's hearing. The line should be, I'm not used to men treating me like I'm the prize. Not successful men, because successful men implies that basically you're really looking for successful men or the validation from successful men. That's what she's looking for. In other words, That's why I'm asked the question, should I be judging Amber on the same cutting board? Should I put her on the same cutting board or chopping block like Shayla? Is she doing just about the same thing but just more in like a subtle way? That's why I've been asking these questions, And that's why O'Neal said last night, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Because now, she basically put herself in the same line with Shayla in. That's what Shayla is doing, chasing, Iman's validation. What Shayla did was chase Anthony's validation. If you remember the Anthony story, that's what happened then.
And yes, I was grateful, but I don't feel like I'm lifted up the way that you just did.
That's
And
unfortunate.
it's just different. And I can't help but just want to know where you're coming from and if you mean it and if that's real.
Well, I mean it. Well, I'm genuine. I'm just telling you how I feel. You said I just think it's unfortunate. Because I see you. I see you for who you are. Queen. Successful. Successful businesswoman. You got it going on. I don't know what man can't see that. Yeah.
Y'all still believe it's a business trip? Y'all still think she should have gone? Y'all still think she has control of the entire situation? Come out, Miss Fatal, come out. Me need you to respond. No, remember, O'Neal is not being combative. I'm just calling the story as you're seeing it. I've realized that the story has gotten so much out of hand that if me not call it like it is, like I'm seeing, then I will get very, very biased. That's what you're seeing. That is exactly what you're seeing. And by the way, I don't know what Amber fans want, because 1 minute when they're saying, yeah, she should go with Dave, of course she should do whatever it is, and the next minute people are saying something not right. Make up on the mind. when O'Neal was complaining about what was going on and the turn of events here was going to, and I said she's flying close to the sun, O'Neal said no, O'Neal is just making a mountain over an anthill. Now all of a sudden that Dave now is basically dropping in lines because of course Amber cooked some breakfast for him, and I told y'all what them think they mean to a man, but when me say these things, basically people try to brush them off, and tell me, oh no, it look like this and it's like that, and as in one of the line of Miss Fatal give me, I've cooked for other people before, yes, but not a man, not you being married and you're cooking for a single man by himself in a house. That means something different. In case you don't know how man read it, he read it different. He reads it very, very differently. That's all I have to say to you. But anyways, let's keep rocking.
Be a blind man.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just letting my insecurities take over.
Yeah, I see you, babe.
But thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoy the food, though.
I did.
I put a smile on your face, though.
Where are we off to next?
We're going to the park.
Amber fans, your girl is flying very close to Shayla's level of thinking. Listen to me again. Let me repeat it so that way that you don't miss it. Your girl is flying very close to Shayla's level of thinking, where the validation of a man comes first and not the validation of yourself. And to see exactly how you want to work into things. And this is why people said, that's why I asked a question last night, is Amber's integrity being challenged? But hey, nothing wrong, we can judge her like Shayla, and that's fine, So that way, no, you just can't be upset when we judge her like Shayla, because basically that's what we're getting. And by the way, that doesn't let Shayla off the hook. So to the people I'm going to come in and say, well, only going to try to whitewash for Shayla. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring in the Shayla thing in there. That is totally out. Shayla is Shayla. We're just using Shayla as the benchmark for a certain behavior, and we're saying, hey, you start exhibit this particular behavior in this line. Give me y'all stick, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.